What are you going to do with Jonathan Taylor? Take a look at this. Jonathan Taylor is the most traded player on Yahoo. Unreal. Let's look at some of these trades. I'm going to approach this mainly from a team that owns, if you own Jonathan Taylor, what do you do with him? As opposed to someone who's trying to acquire him. But in the process, we will be able to, you'll be able to deduce what you probably could offer to get him. So we're just going to go through these. I have no idea whether these leagues are dynasty leagues, keeper leagues, redraft leagues, and if they're one quarterback, two quarterbacks, how many running backs there are. I have no idea. So we just got to take it at face value. Here's the first one that shows up. So Jonathan Taylor, Dallas Goedert, and Deebo Samuel for Nyheim Hines, Tyler Conklin, and Treylon Burks. I mean, just think about if this was the beginning of the season and that trade was offered to you. Arguably the number one at each position. But this is what happened. They're probably hoping for some upside in the Buffalo offense with Hines. Conklin is maybe a safety valve for a poor quarterback in Zach Wilson. And then they're just hoping when Treylon Burks comes back that he's going to perform in some way. All right, so here's one. Oh, this is an interesting one. Jonathan Taylor straight up for Najee Harris. That's essentially trading the same player, only Najee Harris is healthy. I'm going to do another video on Harris because he's another one. He's another one. I mean, it's pretty even, but there's really not much going on there because Harris, I don't see him really doing much. All right, what about this one? Taylor, Gabe Davis, Michael Carter for Eckler and Higgins. Now, this is an excellent return right here. That's an excellent return. For these guys, this person that is receiving these three, they're just hoping. They're hoping. That's what they're getting. That's what they're trading for is hope. They're buying low and hoping that these guys skyrocket. And they're giving up the steady, reliable, known assets here in Eckler and Higgins. If you have Jonathan Taylor and you can get this with some sort of package like this, great trade. Oof. Taylor, McCaffrey, Andrews for Mike Williams, Rashad Bateman, Brian Robinson. I mean, look at this garbage, guys. Like, this is garbage. Even a healthy Williams and a healthy Bateman doesn't even come close to this. Like, what is it? Okay. Andrews is hurt. McCaffrey is McCaffrey. He's probably going to end up being the number one running back this year. I don't even understand this. They're hoping that Brian Robinson is the number one in Washington, which is just not that great of an offense. And they're hoping Bateman lives up to expectations. Taylor and a 6th round for Gibson and a 3rd round. I mean, you should be able to command a 1st round pick for Jonathan Taylor. Like, if you were able to get a 1st round pick for next year for Jonathan Taylor, easily should be able. The other thing is the guy's 22. He's got a good solid 3 years ahead of him if he can turn things around. But it's just funny how a year makes such a difference because right around this time last year, he was the talk of the town. Jonathan Taylor for Juju Smith-Schuster and Tony Pollard. You can make an argument. That's a pretty good return. Taylor and DeAndre Hopkins for Godwin, Jacoby Myers, Justin Jefferson. This is a great return. So you're getting a younger version of Hopkins, plus you're getting Godwin and Myers for Taylor. Jonathan Taylor, Chris Godwin for Deonta Foreman and A.J. Brown. This is an excellent, especially the A.J. Brown part of it, excellent. And Foreman seems as though he's the number one now in Carolina. Taylor for Khalil Herbert. That's a discount. I mean, Herbert, when he performs, he's lights out. But I can see. But I think it just shows you how his stock has really dropped. Taylor for Keenan Allen. I mean, seriously? Taylor, Keenan Allen, Prescott for CeeDee Lamb, James Robinson, Chris Olave. That's good return right there. I mean, that's good return. That's a good trade. Jonathan Taylor, Tyler Lockett, Hayden Hurst for Kelsey. That's an excellent return. Taylor and Mike Williams for T. Higgins. I'd say that's an average return, but still pretty good, especially with Chase out for the next few weeks. Taylor, Lazard, Josh Jacobs for Devontae, Joe Mixon, Jerry Jeudy. That's That's a decent. Especially given Mixon's recent game. Jonathan Taylor for Gus Edwards and Najee Harris. I'd say that's a below average return. On a scale of 1 to 5, I'd say that's a 2 return. Taylor for Justin Fields, George Pickens. I would call that. If you're in a 2 QB league, I would say that that's like a 4. That's probably like a 4 return. If you're in a 1 QB league, that's like a 3. Taylor for Deebo Samuel, that's like a 2, maybe even a 1 return. I don't even know if Deebo Samuel's healthy right now. Taylor and Judy for Metcalf and Swift. I would say that's a 4 out of 5. So that's good return. Taylor and Hopkins for McCaffrey. That's a 5 out of 5 return. Taylor and Andrews for Tyreek Hill. That's a 5 out of 5. Taylor and Kirk for Dameon Pierce. I'd say that's a 4 out of 5. Taylor in a 5th for Benjamin in a 3rd. I'd say that's like a 2. You have no idea what Benjamin is. Taylor, Andrews, Mooney, a 1st and a 2nd. What? For Tyreek Hill, Sanders, Jamar Chase, and a 4th and a 7th. Okay, that's a 5 out of 5 right there. That's an even trade. Taylor for Mike Evans and Madison. I'd say that's about a 2 out of 5. Taylor, Cobb, Foreman, Trevor Lawrence, a 13th and 2 17s for. These probably are just junk rounds, since there's no rookie draft that's going to be that deep. For Thielen, Marquise Brown, Devin Singletary, Michael Carter. So, an aging quarterback, aging receiver, injured receiver, decent, average running back for a 1st, 4th, 6th. That's about a 3 return out of 5. I'm actually surprised that the trades were as good. Some of them were as good as they were. So maybe I was wrong. Maybe Jonathan Taylor does have some redeeming value still, and there's no reason to panic on him. Don't panic. If you can stash him, I would say just stash him, and the reason being, his stock is at its absolute lowest right now. If you can get a trade like Eckler and Higgins for him now, imagine if you traded him at the height of what he was or what he can be. So let me know. Are you panicking on him? Are you dumping him? Are you doing anything you can to acquire him? Leave a comment below. I'd like to know what you're thinking. And join me in the next video. Thanks for watching.